Hey y'all, welcome back to Babeinlibrary. It's your girl Lisa, and today we're going to talk about the authors that I'm excited to see at Apollycon and what books I've read from them or have on my TBR to read from them in preparation for Apollycon. Now, this video is brought to you with collaboration from the Queen of Collapse herself, Becky from @Bex Reads, and Jess from Honest Fiction. And so these two ladies will also be placing videos up today, giving you a list of the authors they're excited to read from and the books that they have already read from in preparation for Apollycon as well. So without further ado, I'll go ahead and jump in and get started. I'm going to go through all of the physical books I have. Now, you're going to see some things that are telling about me. I have bought books that I have not read from the author, nor the books that I own. So don't judge me. But this first author I have read from, and that would be April Asher. She has two books in this paranormal series. You've got Not the Witch You Wed, and you've got The X's Hexes. Now, these are really cute books that I kind of correlate to the Charmed series, which is one of my favorite television series. So if you are a fan of Charmed, you've got a band of sisters who have a meddlesome granny and their love interest. So again, I've read April Asher. I'm excited to get both of these books signed, and the third book just came out this month, so I will be picking that up and seeing if I can bring that along with me. Now, I have read from this next author before, but I do not have the book that I have read from their backlist, but I do own two of Ashley Jade's book. This is the Devil series, so you have The Devil and The Devil's Advocate. I have started this one and I've been trying to see whether or not it is going to be for me. I will be taking this up to Apollycon, so I probably do need to read from this. This is a male, female dark romance, and I started it and it had a little bit of a concern for me. I know this is a taboo romance. It has a little bit of stalker vibes, which all sounds like my peak interest, so I'm probably going to give this another go. This next author I will be seeing twice this year. So I have 4 books. I think I might break it up. I have a high concern or fear that if I don't bring everything that I have of hers that I own, that she may not show up at the second event. And so I'm trying to count my cards and say, do I bring everything I own and then buy more the second time around? Or do I just cut my books in half? But for sure, I will be reading or bringing Beverly Jenkins' Indigo. I read this in the month of February, my second 5-star read of the month. I adore and love this. Everyone speaks highly of it, and I am now on that bandwagon to campaign and cheer for everything Indigo. I also will be bringing Beverly Jenkins' copy of Jewel. Now, the importance of this is this Apollycon event is located in DC, and I went and picked this up in a DC store. I have not read it from it yet, but it is absolutely stunning. And I just want Beverly to see what she's produced and put into the community. I'm not the biggest fan of this particular cover of Indigo. I really wish I had the original, but to see the original of Jewel in its glory, I love it. So these are the two I'll be bringing for sure. Now, I need to read more from this author because I have one that I absolutely loved and I had another one that was a total miss for me. So I think that third one is going to be my, middle of the road. This is the deal breaker, but that's going to be C.E. Ricky. I have Don't You Dare, which I absolutely loved and enjoy. I am a friends to lovers girly, and I'm starting to realize that to me, this may actually be the superior trope than enemies to lovers. Don't argue. I'm starting to feel like I want you to be my friend and my man, and Don't You Dare was one of those things that kind of set my wheels in motion for friends to lovers being the best, because these two guys have each other's back no matter what. There was some groveling that needed to happen because although you're my friend, you know how to hurt me, and this book did that. So love this one. I think that I'm going to read Iced Out. I do have a copy on my Kindle and I need to read that ASAP because I need to know if I need to pre-order that, and her pre-order ends the day that this video comes out. So I guess I need to get to reading. Now, the next author is someone I have already seen in person, and I am bringing bit by bit of their series. And so this is my second time meeting them, so I figured I need to bring 2 more in this series that I love from them. And that's Chloe Lisa's Bergman Brothers series. One of my absolute favorites is Everything for You, which is a Ted Lasso inspired male-male romance that give Roy and Ted in a romantic interest partnership. So I need to bring this one. I had been scouring the earth. This is the second time I bought this. The first time I bought it, it got lost in the mail and it never found its way home. Did that stop me from buying it again? No, it did not. And here I have it. I will also be bringing Always Only You, which is a lot of people's favorite in the series. I can't wait to see Chloe and get a hug from her. She is a great hugger. I actually already have this copy signed. Have I read it? No. Is that my business? Yes, it is. Please don't make it yours in my comments. But I think that I need to read this so I can determine what I want to read next. Because Cleo Evans has The Thieves and Monsters, and the 5th is coming out. Or is it the 4th? I think it's the 4th that's coming out by the time Apollycon is here, and I need to have it in my hands. It is a male-male romance. But this is Mafia, and I'm in my Mafia bag right now. You'll see a series that I'm reading for Apollycon that's on its way that is all Mafia all the time. This gives that razzle dazzle of monster and Mafia, and so I think this is what I need to read fairly quickly. Now, this next author, I've got 3 books from. Have I read one? No. Did I get one in the mail today? Sure did. That's going to be Danielle Jensen. I have the first two in the Traitor Queen series. So I have the Bridge Kingdom and Traitor Queen. This is an enemies to lovers, rivals to lovers. I try to kill you, but I married you. And now I can't do it type of ordeal. So I know a lot of people love this. But in case that I don't love this, I did just get my copy in the mail of The Fate Inked in Blood, which is a Norse mythology type of also enemies to lovers. Like they're not supposed to be together, but destiny has other plans type of ordeal. So if I don't love this one, I have another one from her that I can read. Now, again, I have been reading a little bit each month to prepare for Apollycon because there's absolutely no way that I'm going to read everything at one time. But one of the books that I did read is going to be Wild Woman in the Blues by Denny S. Bryce. Now, she will be there, and I already have this one read. I read this in February, and I really enjoyed it. I have been stuck in a historical fiction mood or era. I have specifically been loving the 1920s, which this is set in, and this cover is gorgeous and stunning. She did also release another book that I believe either came out earlier this year or the latter part of 2023. That is the granddaughter or the great niece of Queen Elizabeth, and you know Bridgerton is rolling back around, and I just need to be where the people are, and that is with Denny S. Bryce in her historical fiction world. So definitely plan on reading more from this author. I think I like the way in which she sets up the presence of being back in this historical time. So we'll be reading more from her. Maybe not right before Apollycon, but if I see her there and we connect and we vibe, I'm probably going to purchase a book because I love supporting Black women at these events because I want to see more. Now, talking about somebody that I'm going to support every single time. Every single time they had a Kickstarter, who's there? Me. What did I get? This book, Taken to Phyrexia by Elizabeth Stevens, which stunning, gorgeous masterpiece. Love it. She will be having more of these Kickstarter books at her table, and I'm inclined to purchase. I already have book 2 and book 3, not of the Kickstarter, but I almost feel like I need to purchase it now. And at that point, I'm going to be having duplicates, which is not my thing, but for Elizabeth, we stand. Now, I will also, in preparation for this month, be receiving a physical art copy of Shadowlands Omega, which I think I'm blessed and highly favored. I don't know about you, but I can't wait to have it in my hands. Now, a person that I can't wait to meet and shake their hand and say thank you for all that you do for the male community, for the dark romance girlies. That's going to be Isabel Lucero, because dysfunctional is me. This is when I knew I wasn't all the way right. Something may be wrong with me, and that's okay, because this is a romance of a psychopath and a sociopath. Yes. 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 This book unlocked a kink in me that I was like, now I would never want, hey, it's never going to happen. You're never going to do this to me. And I honestly don't want you to do this to you. But the kink in here, there are some things that I was like, I need to talk to my therapist about, because Isabel unlocked certain things that I've been chasing in a book for a while. And it concerns me. She's going to hear about it when I show her up at Apollycon. I also have Splintered. I do not have the physical copy. I have an ARC copy. I will be purchasing it because I too love that book, which is a adult film star and a hockey, again, sports romance, my jam. Isabel Lucero, the girl for me. Now, this author is somebody that I stand for. Like, every time she puts out a book, I'm gonna read it. And that's Juliet Cross. And I have a couple of books in this Stay Estelle series that is already signed. So I'm going to leave those at home. I'm not bringing things that are already signed. These two, Wolf Gone Wild and Don't Hex and Drive, are the first and second in the series. I do not have them signed. However, I actually just purchased the 5th and the 6th in this series, which I have already read. I just did not own because Juliet told me to wait, because at Apollycon, it was going to have some additional epilogue of the future spinoff series. And I was like, yeah, girl, I'm going to wait. I'm going to hold off. I'm going to tell you, you tell me when to buy, I'm going to buy. And I did buy, and I have the pre-order. So I'm going to also see Juliet at Stimulate. So I think I might hold these off until then and just pick up the 2 books that I have there. But I just wanted to show you that Juliet and me were locked in. Now, let's talk about some books I own, haven't read. K.A. Tucker's Tempt Me. Now, I only have the first in the series. Now, Lisa, you may ask, isn't this a 5-part series? I don't want to jump in like that. I want to read the first one. If I like it, I'll keep going. If I don't, I have a signed copy that I can either gift away or I can try to sell. I'm not doing the same things that I've been doing time and time again, buying a whole series and haven't read a single thing from the author. Yeah, that is toxic behavior, and that is a bookish trait that I want to leave in the past. Now, don't hold me to that, because there's a series on here I haven't read a single book from, and it shows. But Tempt Me is something that I may or may not read before Apollycon, but I've got it, and I'm bringing it. Now, this is an author I have read from. I do own this book. I had it signed already. That was my 3rd attempt of giving her a shot, and on the 3rd try, she got it right. And that's Karina Halley's My Life in Shambles, which leaves me inclined to read one more book from her. Like, first one was a miss, second one was a miss, third one was a banger. You made me cry. I'm looking for a 2-peat on that one. I'm looking forward to reading her reverse age gap or older woman, younger man book that also has sports theme, because she is the PT trainer for his soccer team. I don't remember what it's called, but I think I might pick it up. If I don't like it, well, one hit wonder. If I like it, we may have more things to talk about. I'll let you know. Now, this next author, I bought these because back in 2018, when the first book of this series released, and they were given away for free, I owned it. I started it. Mood reading got the best of me. I put it down. Haven't picked it up since, but I will be. And I own the original copies, and they're no longer in print, so I feel special. That is Laura Thalassa's The Four Horsemen series. You've got Pestilence, and you've got War. Like I said, I've got a digital copy of Pestilence. It should not be hard to pick it up and read and enjoy, because I felt the vibes. I understood why this now is being picked up by traditional publishers and everyone's enjoying it. Will I enjoy it too? More than likely. Gonna try to see if I can read this before I get to Apollycon so that me and Laura have something to talk about. An author that when I see her at Apollycon, I'm going to beg for the third and final book in the series. Like, you gave me 2 back-to-back bangers, which I speed read. I read them back-to-back. Back-to-back, like Drake said. I read them. I want to know when the brother's getting his book. And that is going to be Naima Simone's Burned Ink. My favorite is Ravaged. This is a friends to lovers sports romance. Do I have a type? Yes, I do. Does this man right here fit the bill in this book? By golly, he does. Naima Simone knew. I had received an art copy of this. That's how you know. A lot of these books were art copies. And if there's one thing I'm going to do, if I'm going to read the art and I love it, I'm going to buy the book. You did me a solid and gave it to me for free. I can do the solid and buy the book. This was one I had to buy. And I'm begging that the brother in the series get his just due. Like, we got his Two Sisters book, and I appreciate it. But the brother, don't leave me hanging. Where his book at? So, as I stated, I've been reading. I've been loving this next author. I have been reading Nikki Payne. So I started with Pride and Protest, and the girlies have been screaming and screaming and screaming about this one. And I get it. But they've really been yelling at the top of their lungs about this one. And so I had to pick it up. This is Pride and Protest and Sex, Lies, and Sensibilities. I actually have the digital copy, the audio copy, and now the physical copy in my hand and prepared to read tomorrow. So this is the next thing on my list, and I'm going to accomplish and tackle it and come back and let you know what I think. But Nikki Payne is doing it for the girlies that love historical retellings of Jane Austen. So I have never read the original source material, but Nikki Payne is doing just fine for me. Another woman that is taking her spin on Shakespeare, and that's Nisha Sharma. When I tell you that classics done, but make it BIPOC centered, this is what I'm looking for. This is my bread and butter. Nisha Sharma has Dating Dr. Dill and Tastes Like Shakar. I read Tastes Like Shakar in January, I believe. No second book slump here. Like, she gave me a surprise of a lifetime with Dating Dr. Dill, but I came in knowing what Nisha had to offer with Tastes Like Shakar, and like I said, I loved it. Can't wait to see her again. Now, I picked up this copy at Steamy Lit, and because her line was wrapped around the building, I never got a chance to speak with her. So I'm planning on asking everyone else to move out of my way so I can talk to her one-on-one and just tell her, hey, love you, girl. Keep doing what you're doing. Can't wait for the third book, which I will be grabbing as soon as it comes out. Pam Godwin. Own her books. Haven't read from her. Tragedy. I have Dark Notes and Lessons in Sins, and I also have a digital copy of Sea of Ruin and Knotted. You know, the list goes on and on. Do I need to read from her? Yes. Should I be making a video reading half of these authors? Yes, I should. Let's see if March I can do that for you. QB Tyler. Now, me and QB have a tumultuous relationship. Love her as a person. Want to love her books. Not quite there yet. Haven't figured out my favorite. Forget Me Not. I've already have signed. People love it. I thought it was mid. Unconditional. Absolutely hated the book. Well, starting off had a good time. Starting off loving it. Realize, yeah, I messed up. Third and final attempt will be Love Unexpected. Now, I did buy this. It is signed. I loved it because melanin, magic, water, good times, great vibes. I don't want to dislike this book, so I've been putting it off for very, very long. She is a taboo author. I am a taboo girly, but I realize I've been lying to myself. How taboo is too taboo for me? Because there are some things when you put too many things together, that's all taboo, and that's back to back to back. I reach my threshold. Not trying to do that. So, we'll see. with my dog, we be vibing. Sarah Kate. Yeah, I own the entire Salacious Players Club. Why is this up top? It's my favorite. It's, give me more. Give me more Isabel, more Hunter, more Drake. If I can get more of them, if you wanted to give me more stories, like short stories of just them living their life, being with their twins, enjoying, being a throuple, I take it. Love Salacious Players Club, specifically give me more. After that, I'm going with Mercy. Second favorite. Loving it. Older woman, younger man. That's where I'm at. Haven't read Madam. Think that I will enjoy. This is also being brought just in case it becomes the trifecta for me. If these three have taught me anything, she knows how to reel me in. Now, this person, I am on their ARC team, and I am just so happy to meet them. Can't wait to tell them how charming your dad became my personality. I am Blair. Blair is me. Alter ego. She unlocked something for me when she decided to play Taylor Swift as a torture song repeatedly. I said, Sarah, that is my vibe. Daddy Daxodon, shadow play. Woo! Say less. I want to be in her presence to tell her, you have written a masterpiece that cannot be topped. You continue to write in this series. I continue to read it, but I want you to know your best work was your best work was done in this one. And I've been chasing the high ever since. And I'm going to continue to chase that high. This is the one. This next author. I damn near own everything she's written. Damn near. Have I read a single book from her? No. Now, I have started one this month. I did start it. Do I love it? No. There's going to be a reading vlog for Sophie Lark's Brutal Birthright series because I have the entire series. I'm planning on reading this month. It's very, very simple to read. Thought I was going to love this one because of what everyone was saying. Not loving it, but I have high hopes that I'm going to love Dante's book. I have high hopes that I'm going to love Nero's book and Rihanna. That's what I'm hoping for. Everything else is just, I'll read it because I'm hoping to get there. Here we are to talk about Sierra Simone. Now, do I own the entire pre-series? Yes. Have I read it? No. But Saint and Sinner are already signed, so I'm bringing Priest. I am committing to reading this before I get to her, having her sign it. Same thing with having Salt in the Wound and Salt Kiss. Own it. Have I read it? No. Do I have a digital copy of American Queen? Yes. Do you see a problem? Don't answer that. Don't answer that. Just know I'm going with a lot, but I'm coming back with more. That's going to wrap up whatever this is. This is me talking about a bunch of books that I own, have not read from, but excited to be up in the author's face, kiki, and having a good time. That's really what this book blog is. There are some books that I have read. I have been trying to make a dent in this. I appreciate Becky for asking me to do this, but this just continues to show a lot of the flaws that I have and where my problems lie. But I'm excited nonetheless. Do me a favor. Let me know if you were to give me a reading guide. What book do you think I need to start with? Or author do you think I need to start with? What book do you think is going to yield the best results of me powering through? And tell me if you're going to Apollycon or not. If you don't feel like doing any of that, I do understand. Leave me a flower for Salt Kiss, and I'll talk to y'all next time. Bye.